What's going on, guys? It's New Year's Eve, and I wanted to get this new spoiler video out because there's some super sweet cards. But I want to let you know that I filmed a real life draft video last night, which will be coming out next week. I picked up this little guy. One I will open, and one I will be giving away. And here's the next Fat Pack for Fat Pack Friday. So we're fully stocked for 2016. Oh, and by the way, we just passed 100,000 subscribers, so thank you, everyone. But don't want to dwell on that too much. I want to get right to these spoilers, and well on our way to 200,000 subscribers if we can do it. So we start with a new Linvala. For 6 mana, 5/5 mythic. I suspected white was missing a mythic. And here we have Linvala the Preserver. 6 mana, 5/5 flying. When Linvala the Preserver enters the battlefield, if an opponent has more life than you, you gain 5 life. When Linvala enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more creatures than you, put a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield. This card is bananas. If you are living in magical Christmas land, here's what you've got. 8 power in the air, gain 5 life for 6 mana. It's pretty good. Another card I want to talk about, another white mythic. We have General Taziri, a 3/4 for 4 generic mana and 1 white. When General Taziri enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an ally creature card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. That's pretty good. Certainly in some sort of ally constructed deck, it's much better. If you have really, really good allies, it gets, in limited, it's a 3/4 for 5, which is really not good. It does have the crazy Wooburg, pay 1 of every color of mana. Ally creatures you control get +X on their turn, where X is a number of colors among those creatures. That's nuts. I'm not sure you're ever going to play 5-color allies that often in draft. Usually it's like 3 or 4. Maybe you can live the dream and go 5. Play that Prism Array. But this feels like a rare, not a mythic to me. Then we have the other one I want to talk about, called the Gatewatch. This is 2 and a white. Search your library for a Planeswalker card. Reveal it and put it in your hand. Then shuffle your library. So we have a 3-mana Planeswalker tutor. Pretty good. Then I want to start talking about some of these completely insane uncommons that were spoiled as well. We have Flair Drone. It's a generic, a black, and a red for a 3/1 Burst Striker. Okay. Whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, target opponent loses 1 life. So red-black Devoid is already a very aggressive archetype in Battle for Zendikar draft, and this, with a couple of Nettle Drones, is really going to crank up the pressure on your opponents. Then we have Draga Auxiliary, which, while still very good, is probably the weakest in my opinion. 1 a green and a white. You pay 6 for support 2, meaning you can put 2 1/1 counters on 2 different creatures. A 2/3 for 3 is very good. Late game, she's going to be really, really good. In a board stall situation, and she does do what you want out of allies late game, is the ability to buff them, because in a board stall, your 2/2s and 3/2s and stuff like that aren't really getting through a lot of the fatties that are out there. This one literally melted my mind. Mind Melter, 1 generic, a blue and a black for 2/2 with Devoid. Oh, it can't be blocked. Okay. That's one thing. 3 and a colorless mana. Target opponent exiles a card from his or her hand. That's nuts. So there's probably a reason this card didn't have ingest, because it would be absolutely crazy. Although part of me really wishes it did. It has ingest on a stick. But if you really think about the practicality of it, by the time you can pay 3 in a colorless, we're in turn 4, turn 5 era, typically. Okay? They probably only have 2 or 3 cards in their hand, so you're probably going to get 1 fatty. Maybe if you use your turn on the next turn, you can get their other card. but it's still extremely good. 2/2 unblockable is very good, and you add that you're ingesting a card out of their hand. That's pretty nuts. And then we have Reflector Mage. All these uncommons are first pickable, in my opinion. In a weak pack, generally you don't want to take a 2-color card first or even early at all because you can really hose yourself. But we have 2/3 for a generic, a blue and a white. When Reflector Mage enters the battlefield, return target creature an opponent controls to their hand. We already know, like Separatist Void Mage, Mana War, this ability is very strong. That creature's owner can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until your next turn. That is crazy. So not only are you getting a 3-mana 2/3 bounce a creature, they can't even cast that creature or any other creature with that same name. So in limited, it's really going to mostly apply to, they can't cast that creature again next turn. But wow, Reflector Mage is crazy good. You know, I mean, you guys know. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. It's insanely good. I would first pick that card all day long. I'm not even worried about getting hosed because blue-white's usually open-ish anyway. Here we have one generic, a red and a green, for a 3/3, which is strong value in this set. Oh, and by the way, for one generic, a red and a green, it gets +1/+1 and trample till end of turn. Now that's pumpable. So if you have 6 available mana, this is a 5/5 trampler on a stick. You have 9, it's a 6/6 trampler. You have 12, you get the idea. A 3/3 for 3 in this format is still pretty good. And even not thinking big, but you play this on turn 3 or even turn 2 if you're lucky. And then turn 4, you're attacking with a 3/3 with the threat of a 4/4. They probably don't have favorable blocks at that point. So playing this card on turn 3 is extremely powerful, and that's why I think you know, it's a uncommon. But I think these are some very insanely powerful uncommons. We've got a couple new mythics and an interesting rare. If you guys are enjoying the spoiler type videos, I will keep doing them. I definitely won't cover every single one of them because I try to only cover what is super relevant, and I think there are other people that do better spoiler coverage than I do that can cover them better than I can. So I'm really excited for this Dissension Fat Pack, which was donated by a subscriber. I got this interesting quick start Rivals guide, which I'm going to open and give away one. We passed 100,000 subscribers. I took second place with a patron-supported draft. So we're going to have some sweet videos to kick off 2016. Thank you all for everything. Thanks for sticking with me all these years. And I promise to keep delivering even better content in 2016. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon. What's up, and thanks for watching this video. I produce all different kinds of content, so if you haven't yet, click on my face to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, I've got some sweet playlists, including this one, where I open up every fat pack ever created. I've also got this one over here where I open just about anything vintage and old and expensive for your enjoyment. And all this is made possible by the awesome backers at our Patreon, which is linked in the description of every video. Hop on over there, check it out, see if it's something you might want to consider. If not, sit back, enjoy, and I'll still love you.